Oh, I love it. There she is. Oh, what a fish. What's up, guys? Just got back from the Brule. We did really good on the Brule this morning. It was one of those mornings where you just are in the fish and they're biting. And I'm using a new technique that I've never tried that a buddy of mine uses on a fly rod, and I am using it on a spinning rod instead. So I will show you guys how to rig that up and how effective it is shortly here. But I'm about to get my boat ready and get some of my other tackle ready, which I'm gonna film a video on tackle prep and boat prep for you guys next. But hopefully you guys can get a lot out of this. Some beautiful fish, a lot of fun. Follow along. We'll go back in time to this morning and go catch some steelhead. Just got this beautiful wild steelhead here. Nice fish. We'll let this guy go, but that was an awesome fight. Crazy fish. Ooh, there's a fish. Big fish. Whoa. Smoked it. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Oh, pretty fish too. Whoa, man. Fishing the head of this pool, there's a run, and I was just drifting stonefly and a bead, a little orange bead through there. I've started to fish these combos a little bit more just because they're you can have two different lures in the water at a time. Here in Wisconsin, that's legal to have two hooks, so then they kind of have their pick. But that first fish I caught on the bead, so we'll see what this one hit, if we can land her. But she's got some fight left in her yet. Can't move her. I got 8-pound test leader on here, so I don't have a lot of leverage, but in this cold water, there's not a whole lot of branches or sticks here or anything, so we should be all right. I'm just playing my drag real safe.
You do a YouTube channel?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm filming right now. I got my GoPro on.
Stonefly, or you think it's yarn?
I got a bead and a stonefly on here. They're so strong. Here's our first good look at her, maybe. Yep. Okay. She's getting tired now. Oh, she's right under my feet. There she is. Oh, what a fish. Oh, what an awesome fish. Right on that bead again. Actually, see if we can get her unhooked right here. Such a good fish. There she goes. Another fish. Fish number 3. Right in front of me this time. Oh, he's going nuts. This drift fishing is so fun. You just feel that bite. It's so good. There's a lot of guys that like to watch floats drop, but I like to feel them hit. There's just something about that tap. Another nice fish here too. Another nice fish. Oh, he's going nuts. Jeez. We're definitely on a bunch of fish here. That's what you'll find here a lot of times on the Brule is I just happened to luck into a bunch this morning, but they'll kind of stack up in spots, and hardly ever do I hook one fish in a spot. If I find one fish, there's almost always more. You just kind of have to switch up what you're using sometimes to get the other ones to bite, but that's why I like that tandem rig too. It gives them options. I literally haven't moved yet today. Stood in one spot and hooked 3 fish here in 30 minutes. Oh, it's a nice one though. It's a nice one. Oh yeah. Another nice fish. Oh, that one hit the stonefly nymph. That's why I like that tandem. Some fish want that egg fly, and some want that nymph. As you can see, that one took the nymph. Bead head. That is another nice fish. Alright, we're gonna let this guy go. Unhook him in the water here. Try and keep him in the water as much as you can. There we go. He's unhooked.
24?
Yeah, I think so. 24, maybe 24 and a half, 25. So the whole theory behind this method is to give the fish more than one option. And oftentimes steelhead aren't necessarily in a feeding mode, but they'll hit an egg. And then other times they're looking for a meal and they'll eat that bug. So what I've got is a stonefly on here first. And the rigging on this is fairly simple. What I've got is a stonefly right here tied with a typical, whatever knot you like to tie your main lure on with. And then I've got a uni knot tied onto the rear hook of that fly. And about a 12-inch leader back to my bead. You can use a soft bead, a hard bead, whatever you like, but I've got a bead hook on here, and you just slide that bead on. It's free sliding until you peg it. And the whole theory behind pegging a bead is so you don't deep the hook the fish when it grabs that bait, and it hooks them just on the corner of the mouth, which worked perfectly today for me. So to peg that, we're going to take a toothpick, a round toothpick. We're just going to push it into the hole, twist it a couple times, and snap it off flush with the egg, and that pins it in place. And I like to leave about 2 inches between my bead and my hook, roughly 1.5 to 2 inches is just right. I got a nice selection of flies from Superior Fly Angler. If you guys live in this area and haven't checked them out, you should go check them out. They've got a ton of Fly Imitations, which is my favorite. They've got X-legs. I mean, they've got pretty much everything you could think of, but it's just hard to beat stoneflies. There's a ton of them in there. Anything that looks like a stonefly is going to be look edible to a trout. So that's the basics of how I rig up. So what I'm doing here is I'm just casting quarter and upstream and slowly pulling my rod tip up and letting that weight just tick the rocks as it comes down through. Oh, another fish on. I think that's the old brown. Let's see what he ate today. Took the bead. Nice little brown. That guy took the bead, so that's 3 fish on the bead, 2 fish on the stonefly. Oh, there's one. Yeah, they are. Oh, he's racing at me. Oh, jeez. Oh. Pretty decent. Yeah. He's mad, that's for sure. There we go. Nice.
pretty.
Thanks. Yeah, he took that stonefly.
Yeah.
I knew they'd eat that thing. They sure are skinny though. And they've been in the river all winter. Whoop. There he goes. One way to do it. I'm gonna let you guys take a look in my fly box here. And what I've got is mainly stonefly imitations. Most of these are from the Superior Fly Angler. This is one here that I actually hooked a fish on this morning. And I like it because it's got that light underside there. You can see that's just like a real stonefly. And then these ones are also incredible. You can see the light underside, but then the back looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, that looks as real as they get. So stoneflies for me. Otherwise, these Prince nymphs are good, and these X legs too, you know, are also really good. I kind of like the kind of crossover, you know, between the X legs and the stonefly imitations like this one here. Just big beadhead nymphs basically is what it comes down to. So stack those in front of your bead, and I think you will have luck. Another fish on. Looked like a good one. Yep, that's a good one. Oh, I love it. It's coming up here.
At least it ran the right direction.
Yeah, it's gonna run again, I have a feeling. Whoa, this is a very angry fish. Yep, got him on the bead. I like those bead hooks. They're nice and stout. Wow. Oh, there it was.
That's no.
Pop the hook.
That's no.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. This tactic works, I'm telling you right now. I'm going to be probably having a hard time staying away from tying double rigs up from now on, just because it gives you that advantage of having both options there in front of the fish. You've got the stonefly with the bead pegged just behind it, and we're just going to drift that just like I showed you in that Steelhead school video. If you haven't seen that, that's a great place to go to learn how to drift the runs, where the fish are going to hold. Lots of good information in that, so I'll link that in the description too. But all the same tackle that I used in that video that I showed you how to use. Same rod, same reel, same line, and same technique. I just added basically a buffet for the steelhead. And that was the key this morning. It takes a little longer to tie up, yes, but is it worth it? In my opinion, yes. I caught almost half the fish on the fly and half the fish on the egg imitation on the bead. So there's definitely a preference per fish, not necessarily all fish are going to want one or the other. So it's a perfect setup to trigger either one. So until next time, guys, maybe we'll see you out on the river. Get hooked up.